Alright, so this is part 3 or 4 or whatever of this kind of dev vlog series. Still doing this in the same day. I just wanted to break it up a little bit so it wasn't too long. Okay, go away, buddy, go away, go away. I made them a lot faster because before they were not much of a threat. Now they are very annoying. Also, they don't have any depth sorting yet, the NPCs that move around, because they're the only NPCs that can move around. And right now, you can see I have some of this right here, you know, walking in and out of this. Again, if I didn't mention this before, this game was made in Game Maker, which we used to be called Game Maker Studio 2. Now I think it just goes by Game Maker. So that's something I probably didn't mention in the first episode of this. But yeah, this was made in Game Maker, which is a 2D sprite game. So all these are 2D sprites. Uses a lot of drawing of shapes and squares and whatever, and other things like that. So like this is a drawn square. So it uses just XY coordinates for everything. I'm gonna go ahead and not show this part, so I'll come back to you when I'm fought this fight. Alright, so now we're back. We've beaten Harlan because I'm not gonna spoil that fight. I want people to actually play that fight because it's got its own music, it's got its own... I think the fight's pretty cool. It shows you some of the cards. I'm not gonna show you all these cards. Like, you get some cards for winning. You get some stuff that I'm not gonna really show just yet. Now that we beat Harlan, what happens is the storms clear, obviously, like they said. I can go ahead and return to Salty Doug to get more quests. Again, this series isn't meant to be a kind of a playthrough yet. I'll do that separate some other time. Maybe later on. Okay, so he just said, explain the upgrade thing. So now he's going to tell me to go to Crosswinds, which isn't done yet. I still want to blog and demonstrate some of my progress on the game. So the dialogue has been updated to include Crosswinds, which is the next kind of to-do that we have. I think the journal has been updated too. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Find Sally Neck and Crosswinds. So that's the next quest, I guess, right now. You're gonna sail around now. Again, this sprite is also temporary, and there's probably more animations and everything. Yeah, there's just collision with the rocks too, which is kind of cool. Some of the bigger rocks. And now there's what we have, these invisible zones right here at the end for leaving the island, which will just do a zoom animation and bring it out to the screen, which doesn't have any music yet. It'll have its own music, I think. And these are all place order too. I just have this image of the island here. It's going to be an actual textured island. It matches the ocean, all that cool stuff. But for now, it's just this. You see there's Tudor, Royale. Later on, there's also going to be a map icon where you click M and it'll show you where you are on the map. And there's Crosswinds down here. Yeah, it's not been finished yet, but at least it's drawn. I just finished working on Crosswinds a lot. Not all the beaches are done. Like, that beach is not done. I need to fix that beach. That's where she is right there, where we need to go. It's not done yet. So none of these work, and none of this music is here yet. So yeah, we have Crosswinds. If you want to see a more kind of step-by-step kind of view of everything that we've worked on in detail, definitely, like I mentioned in the first episode, join the Discord. It'll be linked in the description of each of these videos. And it'll also be linked in the game. Definitely join the Discord because that's where we want to talk and communicate with our alpha testers. I'm hoping that people who play the alpha test game like the game, enjoy it, and are watching this and like the game. I'm hoping that we can get some good feedback. So this is kind of the video where I want to just talk about some of the goals of the game. And now that I've kind of shown all the mechanics that we have right now and some of the screens, I want to talk about some of the goals of the game. So like I mentioned before, we have a build. We're updating the alpha build kind of every once a month, maybe, give or take. I'm constantly working on this game. Again, like I said, these videos are way overdue, and I kind of want to use this video to explain, how can you play, what's kind of the timeline, all that stuff. What's kind of the goal? So the goal is we want to go to a publisher. We've been sending emails out to publishers and sending proposals, the ones that we think fit our game. We're still kind of in that waiting process, and obviously, like I mentioned in the first video, I'm in between jobs right now. I'm still looking for jobs, so I'm trying to make this kind of my full-time thing. So I've had a lot more time to work on this. The goal is to get people to play test the game that are interested, that like these videos, and I want to know more. I want to use this to kind of blog some of the progress I make and some of the things I add. So like the next video might be about the town interface I make, and I'll showcase that off a little bit. It might be a lot shorter. These videos might be a lot shorter later on, but this is mostly just catching everybody up on the game itself. I don't want to use these videos to spoil the entire game. I want to, Obviously, a lot is subject to change. I want to use these videos to showcase the game, showcase the gameplay, and some of the progress we made on it. Another thing I want to point out is we really want people to join the Discord. We really want people to, you know, be really interested in playtesting the game, giving their feedback, their thoughts. You know, a lot of this, again, like I very clearly said, is a work in progress. There's plenty of things that aren't finished. A lot of the names, the places, subject to change. And so it would be great to get feedback, not just from people watching the game, but people playing the game, to see what they think. And we'll probably collect that through some of the Discord channels on that server. Apart from that, yeah, I'm probably going to mainly continue by using this channel that already exists to promote the game, talk about the game, blog the game, until I either eventually make a separate channel for Looters of Atlantis, or, you know, whatever. The goal is to kind of get the game, you know, once it gets published or picked up by a publisher and funded, you know, to work on it for the next 18 months. That's kind of the goal. Might be longer, might be shorter. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I've been working it for 2 years now, and I feel like I've made a lot of progress, but it definitely has more to add. You know, we have to add the other islands, we have to add the other mini games and mechanics, and then we have to add the final art to the game and all the other stuff. So there's definitely a lot more of the game that we want to add. If there's any other artists out there watching this that might be interested and working with us, you know, obviously we're not funded right now, so we don't have, I'm not making any money on this game right now. I'm not selling it right now. I don't want anybody to use my coffee link or anything to donate to this right now, because, you know, I mean, if you want to donate just to my channel in general, that's great. That'd be awesome to support, for the support, but obviously I'm not going to ask for any funding right now, not until the game is, you know, more towards the beta. And once we get to the beta, that's where we're gonna have open beta, we're gonna have playtesters and everything. But think of the alpha as just a time to work alongside me with and my friend on the development of the game. This will be a good chance for us to get feedback from you guys, like what you guys like, what you guys don't like. Again, this game is meant to be towards that, you know, Sid Meier's Pirates audience more so, and Slay the Spire audience and other audiences like that. So, you know, obviously if you're not into card games or deck builder games and stuff, this game may not be for you. But if you're interested in this type of game, top down, you know, indie game, this may be the game for you, maybe not. I don't know. I want to use the next, you know, however long I'm posting these for and how often I post these for, to talk about that, to blog about that, and to give you guys the opportunity to kind of help form this community. Think of this game as like, you know, almost like a game you're helping build. If you test it, work on it, you could even possibly give suggestions and feedback. That's all in the Discord server, which again I linked in the description. You know, I'll continue to blog this as I make more and more progress, as more things come along. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now. I've shown everything that's kind of relevant to the game right now. Right now, mainly just the starting island is done. Most of the sound effects are there, at least placeholder. The placeholder music is there. I think we're gonna end up getting our own music or composing our own music. I'm not sure yet. I mean, let me know what you guys think of the art, music, and all that stuff. It's not perfect, but you know, it's good art for now. You might recognize some of these assets, to be honest. Some of them came off of like Humble Bundle or itch.io, so you might recognize some of these things. Again, like I said before, if I haven't already posted it, I'll make a video explaining, you know, where I've been, what's been going on, other than just the game. I've been doing other stuff too, which I'll talk about in that video if I ever make that video. Why I've been idle for so long, and kind of what the plans are for the channel itself, and whether or not I will do more cam related videos, because I know in the past I show my face a lot. Not that I have any, none of them oppose that. Maybe if I live stream, I'll show my face more. Anyway, thank you guys, and